Yesterday morning, I just sent my daughter, son-in-law, and 3 grandchildren on a plane back to California after a 1-week's vacation. I want to talk about that in your morning cup of inspiration. Yes, they were here for a week, and we went on a cruise. It was such an enjoyable time, and I determined up front that the purpose for me for that week was to do everything in my power to make sure that my 3 grandkids had the best time they could possibly have, and it would create a memory that they would never forget. So I established that thinking up front. And you know what? I didn't have to make that type of decision the rest of the week. I made it one time. Anytime they wanted to go down a water slide, I went down a water slide. Anytime they wanted to climb a rock wall, I climbed a rock wall. Anything they wanted to eat, we'd go and get to eat. That was my goal. That was my purpose, to serve them. And I didn't have to think about it every time they asked, because it would have been a lot easier to sit in that recliner and tell them to go have a good time. And at the end of the week, they had nothing but great things to say, feeling like it was the best week they'd ever had. Now, in our spiritual walk, why can't we do that? Why can't we make the decision one time and never have to decide every day what our purpose is? We know what our purpose is. It says in Mark 12th chapter, 30th verse, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength." And the second is love your neighbor as yourself. There's no greater commandment. If we would get that in our spirit to do that every day, then we wouldn't have to be thinking about it. I knew that after this week, they were going back home and I would have time to recuperate. Well, you know what? The Bible tells us the same thing in our spiritual walk in Colossians. Let me leave you with this. 3rd chapter, 23rd verse, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for men, since you know that you'll receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward." The Lord has an inheritance for us, but we need to work hard this week. We need to establish our purpose and do it every day. And the inheritance, the reward he has waiting for us, is beyond anything we could ever imagine or think. I pray that bless you today. Thanks for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.